Britain faces a declaration of war if it sends troops to Ukraine. According to Russia, the United Kingdom would be committing a declaration of war against Russia if it sent troops to Ukraine, according to a prominent ally of Russian President Vladimir Putin. In a post on Friday on X, Russian Deputy Security Council Chair Dmitry Medvedev criticized the nation just as Prime Minister Rishi Sunak of the United Kingdom was flying into Kyiv to launch a massive aid package for Ukraine this upcoming year. The United Kingdom will pledge its largest annual military aid commitment to Ukraine since Russia's incursion over 2 years ago, amounting to roughly $3.20 billion. Former Russian President Medvedev, 2008 to 2012, also spoke on the possibility that Sunak could be shot at while in the capital of Ukraine. Historic UK-Ukraine agreement on security cooperation to be inked by British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak in Kyiv, Medvedev wrote. Check it out on the Fox News app. What would the Western public say if the British representatives happened to be bombarded with cluster ammunition in the center of Kyiv, just as was the case with our innocent civilians in Belgorod? At least 20 persons, including 2 children, and 110 were wounded in what the Russian government described as an indiscriminate Ukrainian attack employing cluster bombs on December 30 in the city of Belgorod, located in southern Russia close to the Ukrainian border. When Medvedev made his remarks, after that, Medvedev cautioned the UK against sending troops to Ukraine. It would be a clear declaration of war against our country if our arch-enemies, the impudent British, were to formally station their troops in Ukraine, Medvedev wrote. Unnamed sources told RBC Ukraine that in retaliation for Russia's heavy shelling of Ukrainian cities the day before, Ukrainian forces had opened fire on military targets in Belgorod. Sunak stated on Friday that the United Kingdom will not falter in its guarantee to assist Ukrainian soldiers in resisting Putin's full-scale invasion. Today we are going further, increasing our military aid, delivering thousands of cutting-edge drones, and signing a historic new security agreement to provide Ukraine with the assurances it needs for the long term, said Sunak. Military experts anticipate that Russia and Ukraine will launch large-scale ground offensives in 2025, therefore both countries are looking to restock their arsenals this year. When asked about Britain's support for Ukraine, Sunak responded, "As long as it takes." Reporting for this piece came from Reuters on Friday, during his visit to Kyiv to reassure the country that the West is still providing support over 23 months after Russia's invasion. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak disclosed increased military funds for Ukraine. According to the British government, this upcoming fiscal year's package, worth £2.5 billion, $3.2 billion, will be the biggest sum the country has ever contributed to Ukraine since the war started, outpacing prior yearly pledges by £200 million, $233 million. The United Kingdom will not falter, Sunak declared, his message crystal clear. We shall be by Ukraine's side, through thick and thin, now and in the days to come. The package will cover the purchase of long-range missiles, air defense, artillery ammunition, marine security, and hundreds of drones, according to Sunak's office. It arrives at a time when political infighting has blocked alternative forms of financial assistance from the United States and Europe, Solark stated. We are not walking away during a joint news conference with President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine, in response to concerns that Western backing for Ukraine's struggle against its larger neighbor was dwindling. Ukrainian officials hailed the UK declaration. In his remarks, Zelensky conveyed the message that Ukraine was not isolated. Sunak and Zelensky inked a 10-year bilateral security pact. According to Zelensky, it will stay in place until Ukraine gets its desired NATO membership. Later, officials will announce the details of the accord. As neither side advances on the front line and both resort to long-range strikes, Kyiv has been pleading with the West to increase the amount of help similar to what the UK is delivering.